caltrop is an area denial weapon designed to stop the enemy. The caltrop is a sturdy, simple, yet effective weapon no matter its position. Its purpose was originally designed to stop elephant and donkey attacks. It graduated to stopping tanks. And now, the caltrop is your defense against propaganda, polished lies, and manufactured outrage. It's free from counterfeit credibility and synthetic truth. However, inside the walls of the caltrop, you're going to be forced to think. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Mike Calderese is the caltrop.
Good evening and welcome to the Caltrop on this Friday night. I got to tell you, my week has been absolutely insane. From work to all the things I was doing. I was moving this huge roll of artificial grass. I work by myself, so I got my workout in. Everyone knows it's why I got some size to me right now, because I was moving a lot of weight today, a lot of weight. But listen, we do have a packed show for you tonight. It's going to be packed with, honestly, you know how I like doing it on Fridays. I do not want to go through the same horse shit that you've been beat with all day long. This is the caltrop, right? So we want to defend your brain. We also want to be your defense away from getting the same thing thrown at you like you're drinking out of a fire hose of the exact same overwhelming, ridiculous information nonstop all day, every day. So I wanted to make fun of humanity a little bit. So let's get the show started. We don't have a very big intro. Thank you, everybody, for watching this. Finger my like button early and often. And if you haven't done so by now, be sure always to check us out on Center Cut Media and obviously PT Pod. My guest that's going to be coming up in a minute, Fresh Mike. Check him out on all of his platforms, but like all of our platforms and like this. And let's get the show started with the Mike's Right. All right, everybody, you ever sit back and look at humanity and think, is this what evolution cooked up? I was doing this on my drive home this morning. I was like, this is what we got? I mean, we've got iPhones and like spaceships. We're catching rocket ships. We have AI. We have self-driving cars. And yet people still can't figure out how to merge without slamming on the brakes. Cavemen mastered fire faster than we figured out a blinker. And the best part, for all the diversity we brag about that we have, we're basically all the exact same people. It doesn't matter your background, your race, your culture. Everyone's doing the same dumb crap. You work jobs that you hate, sit in traffic like cattle, and spend thousands to take the family to Disney, just to wait 4 hours in a line for a ride that lasts 35 seconds. 35 seconds! That's not a ride, that's foreplay. And for some of you, that's full play. Humanity is the only species that pays money to be miserable. Most of you call it family vacation. And people think they're unique. Oh, I'm different. I'm special. No, you're not. You're a follower like everybody else. Everybody is. That's why trends exist. Somebody puts on jeans with holes in them. Suddenly, the whole world looks like they lost a fight with a weed whacker. Some influencer blends butter into their coffee, and now half the country's making lattes that look like oil changes. Humanity's also addicted to everything. I mean, if it can be smoked, snorted, chewed, or vaped, humans will try it. People act like smoking is bad, then turn around and pay $8 for a vape that tastes like cotton candy asbestos. And then we eat fast food like it's the fifth fucking food group. Then people say, hey, I don't understand why I can't lose weight. I've tried everything. No, you haven't. You didn't try everything. You've tried drive-through. You've tried 3 a.m. Taco Bell runs. You've tried the miracle pill sold by the guy who hasn't eaten since 2004. Meanwhile, we won't eat salad unless it's deep fried and covered in ranch. By the way, I still won't eat that. We've got all this technology, but humanity is still somehow broken. We've invented seat warmers and rockets to Mars, but McDonald's still hasn't figured out how to make an ice cream machine that works. And don't get me started on problem solving. I don't know if humans have the ability to do so. They don't think, they react. And usually we react wrong. Somebody cuts you off in traffic, it's instant rage. I'm guilty of it myself. Politicians say something dumb, it's a Twitter war. One person drops a straw in the ocean, and suddenly turtles are dying everywhere. So now we're all sipping iced coffee through paper straws that dissolve like wet toilet paper. Yeah, save the turtles. But now I'm choking on pulp through a closed straw. You ever try to suck on one of those things when it's closed? And now we've got the latest gun outrage we spoke about Wednesday. Every time a tragedy happens, well, only one type of tragedy, really. People don't blame the lunatic. Again, they blame the object. It's the gun's fault. But the same people, they don't blame spoons for causing obesity. They don't blame cars for causing drunk driving accidents. And somehow they don't blame their pencil when they fail their algebra test either. By that logic, my Xbox controller should be in prison for all the war crimes I committed on Call of Duty. And the attention span problem of people, I mean, that's the real issue, isn't it? Forget it. Humans can't focus on anything. Try driving. Half the people on the road are scrolling on TikTok while making a left-hand turn. Nobody can concentrate anymore. We're so obsessed with ourselves that the human average attention span is now shorter than a goldfish. And what's really funny is most people probably didn't even make it to that sentence. Ooh, look, squirrel. But we still act like we're the smartest species on the planet. We put people on the moon in 1969. Impressive. Meanwhile, half the country can't even pump its own gas. By the way, I'm in Jersey. We don't pump our own gas. That's how dumb they know we are. And at the end of the day, humanity is just a hairless monkey in clothes, standing in line, swiping on phones, blaming everything but ourselves, and wondering why life feels exhausting. We're brilliant enough to put a rover on Mars, but dumb enough to still buy Crocs. A great solution would be to become a caltrop. That way, you could be in defense in your own mind. Let's fucking go today. All right, let's get to the chat. All right, as you can tell, we have a lot to talk about. The chat, nice. Got a good chat on a Friday. Gotta love the chat on the Friday. Let's get to our guest, Mr. Fresh Mike. How you doing there, sir? Of course, look at him. He always
that and clean up on a holiday Friday. Ladies and gentlemen.
So Fresh Mike, what's going on? Let's say hi to the chat also. Jay Calder's first in the chat. He is first in the chat, and he is not talking shit. He says, let's go all Yankee 68. The Jarl is in the chat. Jarl, here's to you after a long week on Friday. I got to get some Glenlivet in me.
But I just wanted to talk about black people. I don't know. I missed that show, so here I am.
You missed the black people show? What's the matter with you? That was Monday.
I know. I just came here to talk about black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding, y'all.
We have Jersey 69. We have Michael Mann. Mama Duke's in the chat. Gotta love it. Moonwalk was fake. Yankee 68. Yankee 68 starts it off right out the gate with the moon landing was fake. Mike, so let's do this. Answer the moon landing is fake, and then listen, touch on whatever you want to touch on. As far as this past week and whatever events. What are you talking about? How was your week?
Oh man, boy, it was one of them weeks, dog. So the trolls came out hard, and not even in politics. This was like this has to do with other stuff I'm involved with as far as sports and stuff. But it was a week. You know what I mean? But man, it was one of those things, bro, that I got to tell you. The older you get, the harder the battles take the toll on you. But I know how to go to war, and I know how to win the war. This is what I do. You know what I mean? I literally have been in some form of the entertainment business from the beginning. I had 1,000 Facebook followers. The first 9 months Facebook was a thing. I've been around. You know what I mean? These new internet wars of everybody screaming pedophile and racist, and that's all they ever have, period. You're like, I have proof you committed fraud over here. The next thing you know, the guy's cutting a video saying you're a pedophile, and you're like, okay, cool. You know what I mean?
So you got a little bit of the Trump treatment this week, is what you're saying.
I got the Trump treatment. Yeah, to the point of the dude is like, I'm calling the police. I'm like, good, call them. Because you'll be filing a false police report. And they've already got your name, your phone number, all the videos you've made, and all the screenshots of the text messages, and your false accusation. Now go file that police report right now so I can watch you go to jail for a felony. Do it. Pull the trigger. Go. That's what I sent to you.
Wow, so you had a fired up week. So
last text message I sent was,
is it like old co-hosts like I'm going through? Like,
oh, this is not an old co-host. Well,
okay.
This is a guy I did a lot of podcasting with. This is a guy I did a lot of podcasting with, but it wasn't as tight as you and, you know,
gotcha. Because I was going to say, so now what do you think? What do you think about the moon landing? True or false? Did we land on the moon? Yes or no?
That's one of the biggest jokes. Like, that's one of those things that if they tried to get away with today, I'll give you the top 3 reasons. One, first of all, okay, non-scientific for fun, just the fact that we could get to the moon in a Jiffy Pop container is beautiful, right? But let me give you the easiest 3. One, we don't go back to the moon, right? Because as Elon Musk and NASA have said, we can't get past the Van Allen radiation belts. There's way too much radiation. It would basically fry you. Or if you did get through and come back, you would pretty much die of cancer. Oh, we know that. I think Buzz Aldrin is still alive at like 162. So there's no way, you know what I mean?
Well, maybe he went past it and came back, and he got endowed with special life-giving powers.
Yes, absolutely. Then 2.
You know?
So
we don't know what this radiation belt's really going to do to you. It could be the fountain of fucking youth.
So, and then we just stopped going, and nobody explained it till people started asking, and they were like, well, for this reason or that reason, or we're totally going back, and there was going to be a whole thing, and we were building a thing, and bop, and all of a sudden, yeah, we can't get to the moon. So, to the point of, it's more likely that we could colonize Mars than the moon. You know what I mean? So, get out of here with that business. Then, the main one to me is, who set the camera up when the rover landed on the moon? Who set the camera up that was there on the moon taking the picture of the rover landing on the moon? There was a camera taking that picture in 0 gravity, right? On the moon. Who put the camera there? Who got out of the rover, put the camera there, then got back in the rover? They shot it up a few 100 feet and then dropped it back down. No. Okay, there's that.
We have more power in our hands right now than they did in 1968 or whatever it was. They went to the moon, right?
Right.
And you're telling me we can't just do it right now? If we wanted to go to the moon and land on it and then come back, could we be able to do that right now? No.
No. And then the last one, the final one, is they made a phone call from the moon to the president of the United States before cell phones, right? Before internet. Somehow on a landline, they picked up the phone and dialed the president from the moon rover with no cords. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, man, those are the 3 main ones. You know what I'm saying? One.
So I love it. Yes, we did not land on the moon. I think that's the consensus of the chat. It's Johnny69 in the chat. Let's go. Yankee68 says, I don't want to hear about your week. I had a damn colonoscopy. Go ahead. Have a worse week than that. Hell no, man. That's what you call violation by medical doctor. Yeah, right.
Yankee loved it, and he's just protesting too much. He's trying to man up on the sly. You know what I'm saying?
He said the instrument was less invasive than the prep. I mean, listen, any type of tight hole, they got to try to relax a keister first, right? They got to warm it up. Oh shit! Great observation, maybe Elon. I don't know. I don't think Elon can get to the moon. You said you wanted to talk about black people. Anything in the week? Anything in the week that anybody want to hold me accountable for? By the way, if you want to get on the show tonight, and I'll unveil a new segment called Yelling at Mike. If you want to get on the show, put in the chat you want to come on. I'll put the link in the chat, and then you could come on the show. You could yell at me. Anything you disagreed with me throughout the week, give it to me. Tell me what you don't like. But tell me, Mike, you said you wanted to talk about the blacks.
No, I was joking.
Anything in particular?
No.
Maybe.
I was joking because
BBC?
of
No?
your Monday show. I was making a reference in comedy to your Monday show. That's it. That's
Gotcha. Love to hear your idea before we go on to anything else about burning the flag. Where do you stand on it?
Me and see. I think you should be able to. Here's the thing that people aren't putting together. This is a reaction to people getting arrested for burning Muslim flags and gay flags. We're on YouTube, right? Flags. Anyway, so the thing there is, it's about, when people were burning those flags, they were getting arrested and taken to jail, right? And then it was like, okay, yeah, well, we're going to burn your flag. And now it's like, okay, well, now we're going to fight fire with fire. If you're going to use local municipalities to fight your battles, we're going to use federal municipalities to fight ours. I get it, but I still think it's wrong on all ends. I think that if you want to burn a flag and it's your personal property, now you don't burn my flag. You don't burn anything of mine. In fact, the way I've been feeling lately, I invite you to come try to burn anything of mine. Come close, please. I need it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my pew-pew's begging to bark. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but if you go out and purchase a flag and so decide to burn it and it's your property and it's what you want to do, you should legally be allowed to do it. And then it gets tricky, right? Because what happens, because what they're going to do is start doing the thing where an artist draws a flag and then burn his own art. And then they're going to say that he burned the flag and they're going to put somebody in jail for doing their own art. And it becomes a whole thing and bop. And it's just, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Or don't we have big enough problems? You know what I mean? Like, don't we have big enough problems that,
listen,
let some idiots burn some fabric? It's,
and I get the take that people have. Some people look at it and say it's absolutely 100% not fabric. I think we have to separate the idea from the flag to what it's actually printed on. Because when you make the what if I was to say like this? A lot of our flags, like I said before, were made in China. Well, what if I burnt that? What if I bought a flag from Amazon and burnt that flag in protest that it's an insult to our flag that it's even made in China in the fucking first place? Is that on the same line as burning like an American made flag from an American company? Or if I got, if I took my grandfather's flag that was all, in a beautiful triangle from war and I burnt the shit out of that is complete and disgusting desecration. To me, I think there's levels of this stuff. And I just think, when we have American flag thongs, I think we desecrated it enough to the point where it's like, if people are wearing it as hats and we desecrated this down and we're doing things with the flag right now that I don't think anybody should be doing. And that's the point, now it's, do I agree with any of this stuff? No, I think if you're burning the flag, like, I think you're very misguided. It's like the people that I watched on the march when they had the flag upside down. I found that offensive. I was like, turn that fucking flag right side up. Right. But now it's their right to keep it upside down. Right. I don't have to agree with these assholes to be able to think they should have a right to do it. And I get everybody's take on it. Mrs. Hall
chat disagrees. I'm sorry, chat. I love y'all, chat.
It's gross, but it's illegal, but it's legal. Yeah.
Yeah.
If one kicks the shit out of someone burning a flag, that person would go to jail. Yeah. The Jarl says, don't agree with it, but burn any flag you want. Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at. Now the counter argument, Mike, is this. People have been getting jailed for doing burnouts over pride murals that are painted on city streets. People have been locked up for burning pride flags or ripping down pride flags. I think they got in trouble because they were burning other people's property. I don't think they bought their own pride flag and did it. But what's your thought on that?
Yeah, no, if it's your property, man, I just feel like if it's your property, you should be allowed to do what you want with it. You know what I mean? I could go buy a Gucci shirt for $3,500 and use it as toilet paper right now if I wanted to. You know what I
on it. I'm with you. Yeah.
It's my property. And, like you said, I mean, what if I go get one of those flag shirts or a flag bikini and burn it? Am I then also, like, literally, I'm wondering at this point, because you know what they're going to do, man. It's like, what you're inviting here. Whenever you make a law, everybody's going to figure out a way to try to either break that law or stretch that law or piss you off by bending that law. And so now you're going to have to go chasing people when they buy. Once again, I already know people that are painting flags to do. There's a whole plan to do flag paintings and then burn them because it's your own art you've created. You know, and that's part of the art installment. You can't stop somebody from doing an artistic expression.
Yes.
Calling it. And it's like, well, shit. You know what I mean? Like, we can't win for losing. So
but you can't. But Mike, it's like this, right? You have to have some type of. I look at it as if this isn't Trump doing this, if this is somebody else, if this was a specific religious group or anything else that was trying to institute a law that I thought was anti the First Amendment, what would I be doing right now? Right. So this is 2 minutes of this. I want you guys to listen to this. This is Dearborn, Michigan. A guy makes a comment online and he's being arrested for the comment that he made. Now, you could argue that the comment is threatening, but listen to this news post. Everyone listen. And I want you to give your honest opinion of this or what you think in the chat. Is this what we want in America? And this is what when you start getting into free speech issues and free expression issues, and we start allowing things to be banned that we may not disagree with, are we far away from this?
This is exclusively acquired body cam footage of the Dearborn Police Department arriving at a home in Garden City.
Hello.
Looking to arrest a 27-year-old suspect.
Anthony.
This is when Anthony James Young was apprehended Saturday around 7 p.m., 5 hours after allegedly threatening peaceful Arba'in marchers in Dearborn over the weekend.
Got into an argument with people on Facebook.
Young was arraigned Monday at the 19th District Court for posting this message on Facebook. Someone should show up and let a couple of clips out. Judge Mark Summers read out 2 misdemeanor counts of malicious use of telecommunication services.
I understand you got charged as a misdemeanor, not a felony. This is not child's play. In this day and age, when every third person has an assault rifle, to start talking about somebody emptying their clips into a crowd of people, this is not child's play.
I understand the nature and are completely regretful.
The police say no guns were found on Young, but if found guilty, he faces up to 1 year in prison.
That was pretty scary. I mean, I was just glad that the Dearborn police went ahead and actually got a hold of that suspect.
29-year-old Masar Al-Qadir was at the march with his family, along with tens and thousands of people, to mark the end of Ashura, an annual Islamic commemoration of Imam.
Yeah, we don't waste any time when there's a threat made against our community.
Dearborn Police Chief Isa Shaheen is proud of the community for bringing the threat to the department's attention and of his officers' ability to identify and arrest the suspect.
Innocent until proven guilty, but regardless, when you hear such threats being made towards the community, this is not the first, sadly.
It's entirely unacceptable, and there's no room for that in the city of Dearborn. And so whenever these unfortunately do occur or should occur, we will spare no expense. We'll work with our local and state partners, our federal partners, to make sure to hold those folks accountable. And the reality is far.
So, I mean, listen, now I know Yankee 68, there's a lot of people that are passionate about this, right? That's not a military thing. It's just, no, you guys need to pull up and read the military regulation. It speaks to using flags on clothing. So let's pull it up, right? The flag should never be worn as apparel, bedding, or drapery. It should also not be used for athletic uniforms or costumes. We see that violated on a day-to-day basis. This is my point. We desecrate this flag every single day throughout the day. The flag's sold at every single piece of shit shop at the Jersey Shore. Half of the shit that they're putting the American flag on is made in by China. This is my point. I don't like any flag desecration. I don't at all. Zero. I'm just saying we desecrate it every single day, and that's what it comes down to. Now, but the bigger point, Mike, about this whole thing is, so that guy said, look at this. Somebody should go there and let a couple clips out. Let a couple clips out. Is that a direct violent threat to that guy should be getting arrested for that?
No, not at all. Not at all. And in fact, what's funny about that is, like, I mean, me and you have both been through worse. You know what I mean? Me and you, I think I've been through far. Well, I've had death threats and everything, and we're just like, sorry, can't do nothing about it. So yeah. Also,
people chant death to America while they were out there.
Guess who the head senator from Dearborn is? Rashida Tlaib. Rashida Tlaib, of course. And then if you notice the guy's last name, the police chief's last name, and I mean, come on, man. Come on. I guarantee. Yeah, no, this is almost what's going on in England. I don't know if you saw what's going on in England, but this is almost like that right now. So I don't know, man. If you saw the little girl thing going on, and you know, it's going crazy over there, and they were trying to do it over here. And that is one good reason I'm glad Trump is here. Although I don't understand a lot of what he's doing with like bringing in all these Chinese folk and stuff, unless the plan is to dumb them down.
He walked that back really, really fucking fast. He's like, "Oh no, I'm not taking in 600,000 Chinese." I think Trump throws a lot of shit out there just as feelers and just to kind of keep everybody guessing. I don't know. Yarl said
because he was talking about 5Gs. I want to remember he was saying everybody gets 5Gs. I want my 5Gs, Trump.
No, I don't want to. I want nobody getting any money. Last time we gave everybody money, it fucked the economy and prices went crazy. Yarl says should not have been not guilty or should have been not guilty because clips are not a thing anymore. Now, mags would have been different. Yankee says that's bullshit. Jay Callis says Yankee, the country does not follow the military code. Only the military does. That's why we have two different court systems. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Listen, once again, but my point to all of this stuff is when we allow things that we disagree with because it's our Trump, for example, we support Trump, we want to support Trump, but when he does things that are blatantly against the First Amendment that he doesn't like, I don't like it. You clearly don't like it. Nobody really likes it. But there's that thing called the First Amendment and free expression. It's not just freedom of speech, it's freedom of expression. What if my religion was burning the American flag every day I woke up? What if I had one of these crazy ass religions in Ocho County, New Jersey? You're seeing it take place right now. We have a lot of things that are going on in the name of religion. How crazy is to think this? So then you have this flag burning. That's a First Amendment right going against a First Amendment right of my religion. This type of stuff, just because it feels good, we cannot accept. And listen, as much as I hate it, just like there's a lot of things that I loathe. Trans kids talking to kids in schools and drag queen story hours. I loathe a lot of that shit. And yes, would I fight to stop it? Yeah. But somehow, these people have the ability to do so because we do have that thing, freedom. Yeah. Freedom's not just when it's convenient, man. I don't know. Less words on that, then we'll move on.
I just think, for me, I think it's time for some serious potential amendments to the Constitution, because as it was drawn up and as it was written, our founding fathers could have never imagined this. Because at the forefront of what we were and who we were back then was protect our borders at all costs and protect this way of life and this magical thing we've created. And now our leaders are selling that out. So I think we need some amendments. It's my opinion. So
so I want to talk something really quick with you. I saw this on the PBD show. I don't know who this guy is, nor did I give a shit. I called him a moron. But his idea was to tax wealth at 100%. Let's give this guy a listen.
Is an aristocracy of wealth in this country. It's also true of the United States as well. So what I would do, and I wouldn't be opposed to, by the way, I wouldn't be opposed to 100% inheritance tax. Or maybe let's say 99%. My rule might be that if you can put it in 2p bags, then you can hand it over. That's fine. 99, 95%. I'm being provocative, but you see what I mean. I would not be against a far higher rate of inheritance tax than we have at the moment, which is 40% above a certain threshold. I wouldn't be opposed to putting that to 50%, 60%, 70%. Why? Because I think the quid pro quo should be twofold. One, that helps fund public services, which actually helps level the playing field in achieving a true meritocracy. Two, it will help us reduce taxes on income. Because at the end of the day, I want to incentivize work. I want to incentivize productivity. I want to incentivize people to get up off their backsides and do more. You don't have a right to inherit.
What? That is the biggest bullshit. No. That is some bullshit. That is Marxism. No. I'm sorry. Look, I don't think capitalism is perfect, but
that's why I love bringing this stuff to you, right? Because I know that you were steeped in that Marxist shit for a little while, right? So let's just go through this from that mindset, from that point of view. He said it would help level the playing field for a true meritocracy. What do you think he even means when he says some ignorant horseshit like that?
What that means is it's simple. It goes right back to very simple, seizing the means of power. Instead of people, because money is power, right? Money is wealth. Money is votes. Money is land. Money is means of production. Seize the means of production, and then good, kind, fair government will distribute it evenly. And what was the very next thing he said? And then it will give more money to what? Government programs. Take more money out of the hands of people that they have built and earned, destroy generational wealth, and give that money to the government while you're constantly, and then past that, one more thing is that he said about he said, and then that money will go to the people and it will lower taxes on wages. That is bullshit, because what have we seen happens? It's the I can't think of the name of the administrative class, and it has to fund itself. And this is what destroys everything. And this is why you can't get permits to build houses in California, and taxes are 3 times more on gas than anywhere else in the country because of the bloat of it. That's why our education system is so screwed up, because the bloat of the middle, our insurance industry, it's the bloat. Every problem is bloat in the middle. Not the people dealing with the customers and helping actually providing the services, and not the people at the very top that fund the business, make sure it runs, make sure people are hired. It's all the bloat in the middle. The people who have nothing to do but to spend $70 million to take the old fucking man and the barrel off the cracker barrel thing because they're so important. They've got to justify themselves. And you understand, if I create a government agency to handle the extra 50% of tax money from inheritance tax, well, that government agency is going to find and justify ways to bloat and grow until there's nothing left, and they've taken everything they can, and then they're going to start running a deficit to stay in business. If you don't believe me, look at the ATF, look at the Department of Homeland Security, look at half of the shit we don't need, never needed, that is just bloating in billions and billions while we're running a deficit to keep them running, and we don't need them. Sorry.
Jarl makes a great point with that fucking idiot, right? He says, easy to say when you don't have kids or money. What a sack of dicks that guy is. But you're right. These type of people, they're typically the people that don't have families, they don't have kids, they're not looking to work. Every single parent, I know my parents, they work their asses off to give me a life that they never had, and we do the same thing for our kids. And the things that's how you create wealth. That's how you create generational wealth, is by doing it. And let me tell you something. This is what everybody discounts. Certain families are just going to do it right, and certain families are going to do it wrong. And typically the families that do it right and have the right morals and the right mindset are the ones that are going to wind up with all the money, right? Jay Calvin says a liberal wants everything you have except your job.
Yeah.
And Yankee 68 says any money left to family has already been taxed, most likely. Mike, you know what? This is the interesting part to me, because you have people like that says it's going to help level the playing field. We have to tax all this inheritance, so everything that you're going to work for your entire life is not going to go to your family. You lose all reason to even go and work and save and to do those things if the government took all that stuff. And then in the same breath, that guy turns around and he says he wants to incentivize work. I want to incentivize this and that. And the hypocrisy of the disincentivization and the fact that they say they want to incentivize, this is the leftist mindset, and this is really the leftist politician on what they're pushing. And even overseas, you hear this shit. I just try to understand, like, what is going on in their brain that they could even make that make sense to them.
Because they own it. Bro, here's the thing. You're going to pay less taxes because I own you. What is the means of production? You own a small business. What are your means of production? Your fucking hands. Pardon my language. I'm cursy tonight. I'm
good. Let's go get cursy.
This one. Your hands, right? Your hands, your ability, your investments. You know what I mean? Your hammer is a means of production. The machines you use, your truck is a means of production. They want to seize. They mean to seize those means of production. That means they want to control you. You now are owned by the government. Your tools are owned by the government. So that's what they mean. They're like, we'll take everything over because we know what's best, and we'll decide how much you get for the work you do. We'll decide how much food you eat. what entertainment you consume, how many hours you work, and then it becomes what job you do. And then when people quit working, the system ultimately collapses in. This is not new. This is so basic, and how it keeps working, I don't understand. You know what I mean? Do a simple Google search on this, man. From the Russian Revolution to Mao to Italy to... Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, so what you're suggesting is my truck in the same day could go to a work production truck for the government, while at the same time, if I decided to drive it through a crowd of people, it could become an assault truck?
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. One, it's one of those, imagine if the government says, hey, we know you have a job today, but we've decided your truck is more importantly needed and used over here, so we're seizing your truck for today. And you're like, but I got to make my concrete. And they're like, sorry, not our problem. And then at the end of the month, you haven't done enough with your truck of your monthly quota. Well, then they cut your food rations and your electricity rations. So you got to be cold for the end of the month. You know what I mean? You got to go a few days without eating. But hey, the government knows what's best for you. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, man. This is what I will fight till my dying day, because it is oppression for all mankind, regardless of your race, color, creed, or religion. Period. The end. And I know they do it through a million different means, but that's the core of all of it. So.
Oh yeah. Let's do this, my man. Let's go through some just quick little headlines of the week. Let's start with something good. I like everybody's opinion on this.
Yeah.
A small Chinese county reverses desertification with arduous tree planting method across 240,000 acres of desert. You know, they talk about the regreening of the planet, and what people don't realize is the people that are some of the biggest polluters, China, are also some of the people that are leading to more of the greening of the planet with their methods of actually like turning deserts into areas where you could grow land. Now, they also are fucking with the environment as far as cloud seeding and making it rain in certain areas where, you know, it's not supposed to be raining. But I love quick thoughts on those.
It's easy to do stuff like that when you have 2 million slaves like China does, you know, indentured servants that make no money and are, you know, beaten and brutally abused, the Uyghur Muslims, the Buddhists, you know, because they're trying to hold on to any kind of religion. And so you just beat them and tell them to go plant trees. I mean, it's simple, man. I'm so tired of China doing this, man. It's all propaganda. China is nasty. They're facing a population and famine decline. You know, they have millions of slaves.
They're doing certain things correctly. There's forests in China that take up so much of the CO2.
Have you seen them?
No, listen, they are horrible. I'm not taking China's side, but listen, when
we went to the moon,
things that are going on, there's certain
and we
things
went
that
to
are
the
going
moon.
on good. No, we definitely didn't go to the moon. But I'm going to refuse to believe that a place that has been there over 1,000 years, 2,000, however long fucking China's been around for. I wonder if they had slanty eyes 2,000 years ago too, or that was that. Like
I honestly wonder why.
Streak?
I wonder
what
why.
Did they look like? Like, what did they look like 2,000 years ago?
I wonder why Asians look so different from genetically, like, you know, scientifically. I wonder why they evolved to just look like such different humans than us, right?
So it's like it makes me think like what's the difference between like a dwarf and a midget?
Right. Well, it's like what's the difference between a mule and a donkey? You know what I mean? But I mean, we all know no one wants to say the difference, Mike. Come on, you know what I mean?
Listen, well, you know what?
I'm gonna be another rapper dead.
We're gonna put this up here, ready? And I have a question for everybody. Put it in the chat. What would you rather be, a dwarf or a midget? Because this is the interesting thing I was thinking about, and this is the stupid shit I think about during work. Midget's considered an offensive word, right? The word midget, that is 100% offensive. But the word dwarf isn't offensive whatsoever. And if you look at it, a dwarf is a medical condition caused by a genetic mutation of the 4th chromosome over 200 years, blah, blah. The word dwarf is not considered offensive. The word midget is. Now, the word midget's just a short person under 4'8", 4'10", right? And the difference between a dwarf and a midget is a dwarf has got, what do they call it? Asymmetrical features. So their head's not symmetrical. Their body's not symmetrical. They got little arms. A midget has got regular features. They're just short. Why is dwarf not offensive and midget offensive in the liberal world. Can you explain that to me?
No. For the same
No.
reason that I can donate lots of money to the NAACP, but I can't tell you what the NAACP stands for.
Jarl
For the
says
same reason.
Tomato or tomato, and Jersey Abe says, "Are you Chinese now?" But what would you rather be? Would you rather be a midget or a dwarf? Because if I look at
a midget all day,
dwarfs,
man.
I'd rather be a midget. I'm with you. I don't think
Dwarf's got that
it's offensive,
mug.
right? I think a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Snow White and the Seven Midgets. That would have been a good movie to go see.
I've seen that movie. You don't want to watch that movie. You're not ready for Snow White and the Seven. I've seen that movie. It was woo. You know what I mean?
Jersey Abe says, my baby mama is 4'11", almost midget size. No, that's called average Filipino. Right there, 4'11". That's average Filipino woman. All right, here we go. Let's move it on. Gavin Newsom says he's been sent over 24 Trump 2028 hats in the mail. What do you think of that?
I thought it was awesome, and if you actually saw the video clip of it, it was brilliant because he's sitting there at some like conference or town hall, and he's like, "I've been sent 24 hats," and they crack up, and he's like, "No, this is serious," and it's like. See, dude, at the point that you're having to tell your own audience laughing at you that this is serious, you've lost the plot. You can't come out and say all this hardcore stuff and try to act like Trump and then come out and then be a flower. See, that's the difference between you and Trump. It's not an act with Trump. You know what I mean? Trump gives two fucks about you on that level. Your feelings. He cares about you as an American, but he's like, I'm going to call you a fat pig if I think you're a fat pig. And Gavin pretends and tries to do that for a minute, but that's not who he is. So then he's like, I've been sent over 24 Trump 2028 hats. And everybody laughs. He's like, this is serious, guys. It's like, no, it's not. You're an idiot. So you
know, people, you know what? I don't think he's as stupid as people are talking about him. I think he is, for whatever reason, he's gaining a lot of traction. Everyone's talking about him. He's a good looking dude who could smile. And that's going to get him a very long way with the Democrats. I'm telling you, for whatever reason, you know, the Democrats say they hate white people, but if you give him a decent-looking white dude who loves grabbing pussy, and that guy's actually a guy that cheated on his best friend's, cheated with his best friend's wife. He was banging his campaign manager's wife.
Yeah.
And when he was running for San Francisco.
Then there's all the money. Yeah, and then there's all the money missing, and I mean, on and on. Here's the thing.
Oh my God.
Pick him, please. Democratic Party, pick him because you will not get any undecideds. And every election, especially big ones, are won in the margins. No one's going to decide over J.D. Vance if that's who runs. If it ends up being him and Vance, the average American in the swing states would much rather vote for J.D. Vance than stupid Gavin Newsom.
I know this is old policy, but I heard that Gavin Newsom, if he was to run for president, was going to run on this platform. The women the right to work topless on hot days, just like men. What do you think of that?
Amen. Yes, let's go. Equal rights.
Equal rights. I think everybody should have equal rights.
Yes.
Take it off, ladies. Take it fucking off. All right, we have this. The CDC. They staged a little walkout today in protest for RFK's new vaccine policy.
Behind you, baby.
So, his new vaccine policy, if you didn't know what RFK's new vaccine policy was, it was basically just, hey, let's figure out if these things are safe. It's turning out that they're not. So there's people that are walking out. And just so you know, the bald-headed guy that was walking out of the CDC right there, this is the quality of guy that we have. Yeah, that's him. That is him. Yeah, I mean,
my eyes, dude. My eyes.
He was not wearing a sweater that was just his body hair.
And then he has a dog, gay little side. That was. I don't know if you know what goes on in those communities, but it is nothing
dude,
nice.
If you bang a dog, if you bang a dude dressed as a dog, is that gay? I don't know if that's gay. I think that's animal abuse, isn't it? Because we have to treat them like a dog. We have to do whatever they identify as. So if that dude identifies as a dog, right? That's like
I
the
say-
old question. Have you ever
I figured out we can break this whole thing. We can break this whole little weird dog thing by treating them like real dogs for like, a
Yeah,
weekend.
that's what I'm talking
Like
about.
you want to get treated like,
Arrest
okay, no,
them
you're going to
for
eat kibble.
bestiality.
I'm going to rub your nose in your own crap. I'm going to feed you kibble and cat feces. You're going to sleep outside. You know what I mean? You're going to have to chase cats down the street. I'm treating you like a real dog for a weekend. And this whole little fun party play is going to be over real quick. I promise you.
So when I see this, right, you know what I think about? You
Ah!
want to see it again? You want to see it again? There you go. All right, there you go.
I can't
look. So when I think that, all I think about, if you ever saw Jim Brewer, if you haven't seen this, you have to go rush out and watch this, because he talks about how him and Norm Macdonald were doing that. Well, there was a bunch of them, but they were doing a show in college where he got kicked out of like fucking Idaho, the state of Idaho. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, hey, show that picture one more time real fast. But yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember that? So
yeah,
show that picture.
So that's
right
what.
There.
That's
so
what Mike's been up to. Oh, okay.
So apparently they weren't supposed to curse during this, and everyone that gets up there, they do their best episode, they do their best stuff. They said Norm Macdonald gets out in front of the crowd, and there was women, children there, or whatever, and he goes, first thing he says is, "If you're gay, would you rather be the ass guy or the dick guy?" They said they had women holding their kids' ears, running out of the thing. The college kids were going crazy, and apparently the governor of the state kicked them out of the state. Oh man, let's get the shit that made me laugh real fast.
Shit that made me laugh.
By the way, Yankee 68 says that's definitely bestiality. Anybody that hairy, it's you're considered you're
I mean, I just feel like we know what somebody's former podcast host is up to, in his off hours now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So,
oh yeah. Oh yeah, ready? Check out this driver. This is your typical driver of 2025 right here. Watch this. She almost takes out a couple cars. She started to drift to the left. Drifting. Woof, woof. That could have been a head-on clash. That could have been head-on. Keep looking down, sweetie. You're not even paying attention. Oh, no. Oh,
Man, those country roads will get you, because it's a hard drop right onto slick gravel, and then you're off road, and then you're done. You know what I mean?
And then you're done. Those country roads will get you. Have you heard this guy? I couldn't get his name, couldn't look up his name fast enough, but he came across late, and I thought this was hysterical today. Check out this guy from Australia, politician.
That irritates me, and I punch blokes in the mouth for saying that. Don't you dare say that. My family have been in this country for 140 years, right? So if you say anything like that, I have, on many occasions, punched blokes in the mouth, right? So I'm restraining myself today. Don't say it.
There you go. Yes.
I love that guy. I have on many occasions, okay? Right? Punch blokes in the mouth for saying less than that. I'm restraining myself.
Exactly. I love that guy. We need more of that. That's how the country was built, Our founding fathers shot each other in duels, literally, when they had problems. I mean, that's how you knew it was important. Yeah, that's
Can you
how
imagine
you knew
walking up to somebody, taking your glove off, and be like, "I challenge you, sir, to a duel." I'd be like Men in Tights and take the armored hand and be like, "King, I accept."
And that's how many delegates should states get? I'm going to shoot you over that. It was important to them, seriously. So,
hey, listen, they took treason seriously back in the day. I think we should start taking treason a little more seriously.
Yes.
This is CNN doing on the man on the street in DC, and I love when CNN just they go out expecting to get some type of result, and they get this. This is CNN fishing for who hates Donald Trump because of the National Guard and crime in D.C.
His reaction was that this is a good thing. I think that the governor as well as the mayor should be on board with it just so we can get a bit more of security in Chicago the way that we need.
The crime has dropped since 2024. Do you feel like the city feels safer?
No, not at all. No, especially with the police being defunded.
Did you see that, bro? She's looking her hands on hips, looking at this woman like, do you feel like crime has dropped? She's like, bitch, is you fucking crazy? That's what she wanted to say, but it was just a no.
Well, and an update on that. I don't know if you saw the DC mayor came out today and praised Trump. I was like, whoa,
with no death.
She was like, thank you. We want to thank President Trump for everything he's done and the soldiers he's brought in. I was like, whoa. It wasn't like sort of a side swipe, like, yeah, okay, maybe it would. No, she was full on. I was like, holy good. And there's a point, man. There really just is a point, because I think a lot of these people just believe the BS. And they're like, these cities just have to be run like this. The border just has to be open, you know? That's just the way things are. And we say no. And, you know, it's one of those, when you operate in dysfunction for so long, you don't understand what function can be. So, yeah, bro, I'm very happy about that. And I hope he goes to Philly and Chicago as well. So.
Hell yeah. So I'm sending the link out. Jarl says, hell yeah, I want to talk some shit. Last funny video that I have today, and then we're going to get to fresh mics. So do you have anything on the?
Oh yeah, man, I got all kinds of funness, man.
Perfect.
You told me to go to work, and I went to work, dog.
Let's go.
51.5, 51.5, 51.5, 51.5, 51.
Mark, do you want lamb chops or beef for your dinner?
Beef. Fuck!
I picked that because, oh man, that was literally my day yesterday. Walking back and forth, trying to find that shit. I think that's about it, bro. What do you have now? Listen, I mean, we have a couple other little stupid things. We're running a little bit overtime here. Maybe we'll go a little bit overtime. That's cool. But if you didn't know, Mike does a show called Power Sports Time, and I sat in for, what was it, the second or third episode?
First one, the inaugural, man. I had to bring you in on the inaugural, dog. It was important. So,
oh, that wasn't that was the inaugural. Okay,
the first one.
I thought it was the second. All right, perfect. Yeah. So it was the inaugural episode that we came in, and dude, you put on some fucking sports and some ESPN Ocho type shit. One of them was tire wrestling. Yes. There's some shit out there that I didn't even realize that was going on. Why don't we take a look at a little bit of this?
Pull up. I got this first, right? So we're going to do the non-contact sports first. This one is fun because they're doing sponsorships with this stuff. This is the Red Bull soapbox racing. And I thought, how cool. You could have a Calder Reese one, man. We could do a Calder Reese one. You know what I mean? Make it look like a cement mixer. It would be brilliant, dude. So, but yeah, this is awesome right here. Check this out. Yeah, this is a 13-second clip, so it'll go quick. Play.
Split camper van, which is basically a scale model of a VW camper van.
Is there someone in there?
There's quite a head of steam being built up
There's no motor
by the camper van. Over the wedge, lands heavily, bit of a wobble.
Watch this one. This one's
got the apples and pears, and it's
oh, dude, he's getting wild.
Over the
broken axle.
Oh, bounce the wheels.
Oh, loses the wheel.
Getting down the track. Now he's going to go through the chicane.
He loses the wheel. Is he going to maintain? Is he maintaining?
Fantastic driving here to actually keep it upright.
Wow, what's he doing? He's doing the Fat Joe lean back right now. Oh shit!
So that's I'm loving that. Oh, hold
on. The hippie split camper van, which is basically
where'd it go?
On this train.
See, I had a bunch more pulled up. Sorry about that. Hold on. And boom, there we go. This one is awesome.
is zelfs speciaal op dieet gegaan om het hier vol te houden. En achter elkaar een beetje fietsen. En daar is het. En Bowie. En daar gaan ze. En het is een hele unieke constructie. Het is Joris ofwel Snorris.
What is the point of this?
Just fun, man. That's it, bro. It's the Red Bull. So it's like worldwide. They do them all over. This is one in South Africa. It wasn't as great of a wipeout. Here's a fun little quick wipeout right here. Anyway, all right. So we got that one. And so then we'll do this one. This one is crazy, man. I just want to show you. This one is nuts. This is a new sport taking over called soccer volleyball. If you want to pull that next one up. Next
Soccer volleyball.
Let's see here. Where to go with it.
So hold on. So you can
There we
only
go.
use your feet?
Right.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
God.
Yeah, look at that. It's soccer volleyball, dude. Watch this. Boom. Oh, yeah. Karate chop. Look at that. That's so crazy, dude. Soccer volleyball. It's crazy, man. Sweep of the nation, man. I'm telling you.
It's some of the dumbest shit. Dude, this just goes to show you that human beings will do the dumbest things on the planet, especially men. Why are men so dumb?
I don't know. Soccer volleyball.
Oh.
You could use your head.
So everybody, welcome the Alex the Jarl Martinez. First time he's showing up to the Caltrop. Dude, what do you think about soccer volleyball?
I was just getting ready to say, let's get fucking weird, but we're already there.
Oh, we haven't begun to get weird yet, sir. Oh, you think you're being weird? We're going to keep going because we don't have much time.
No, so what it is it's just fucking hacky sack with a net.
That's what it is. It's hacky sack.
Is it not hacky
right?
sack with a net and a bigger ball?
Yeah.
I mean, it's less talented. Hacky sack.
How about Coffin Wars, y'all? Coffin Wars. Oh, yeah. You thought we were weird before. Let's go. Okay, so you got somebody in the coffin trying to get out and somebody on top of him trying to keep him in. If you keep him in, you win. If he gets out, you lose.
Wow.
Coffin Wars. Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's run it back. Starting position. 3, 2, 1, go. Quick. All right, let's go. Let's go. Stay heavy. Stay heavy. Stay heavy. You got it.
So you have to keep him in there for 3 minutes?
Coffin Wars. You know what I'm saying? Coffin
Why do
Wars.
they have 3-foot dudes in a 7-foot coffin? I don't know.
I think the coffin's the same size. It's just weight classes, right? Like any respectable
well, you
sport,
have you have bowl cut in pink pants. I don't know, dude. I don't know whether they're not regulation size or the coffin's too big. I'm just saying, like,
is this coffin
like,
regulation size or what?
Yeah, if you put my brother in there with a torta, like, he's not getting up. He's just gonna stay in there.
They have bigger dudes too. I think the coffin is bigger, like for TV purposes, right? Like you need to film, you need a bigger surface area to film in.
Mike, do you happen to have tire wrestling?
I do. That's the next one, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
And
Dude,
if you
go
think
to tire
that's
wrestling.
crazy, boom, there we go. Tire wrestling. You know what I mean? Ultimate Tire Wrestling. This was actually featured on the Ocho.
Oh yeah, no, this one looks fun.
This was
Basically
awesome.
what I've
Watch
gathered is that these guys are trying to force the other dude into the tire, which is a pretty humiliating concept. I can't lie.
Wrong one.
Do not let bullies figure out about this game, bro. But the thing that gets me about this game is the silence in the room. Like, besides the commentary, it's just dead quiet. The silence is deafening, bro. It just makes it so much more awkward.
And what you hear is
It's
a
just
tussle between two
classic right now. Just
and we're off. Whoa, and Leroy.
There you go.
dudes
That's the actual
trying to
fight.
get other dudes in a hole.
The tire.
You have to shove them in the tire, right? That's the name of this game. Is you have to
get
put
at
them.
least 51% of their body in the tire, and you have to be touching the tire while wrestling at all times.
Wait. Do you have the little donkey flip one where they're like, the one that you sit on, like kids sit on, like the blow up one, and then they have to flip it, and it's got to like stand up?
Not yet.
Oh,
Not
dude.
yet.
No. See what had happened is baseball ended, and ESPN switched to the Ocho, and I was like, this can't be fucking real, and it sucked me in, dude. There's like the fucking donkey stall and like the flip where it lands on its back and stays. I'm just saying.
No, yes.
It could be a thing.
I'm telling you, man. We have a whole show. We love it. And then finally, my last one, and this one is the one that I'm in love with. So I've been in love with slap fights for a long time. And been really into it for the last couple of years, but I think I found my new one. I'm going to see if I can get somebody to bring it to America. Right now, it's huge in Australia, and it's called Run It. Have you guys heard of Run It? It's the most insane stuff. This is Run It. Check this out. Let's see here. Boom. Run it. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Run it. That's it.
So hold on.
You have a defender. It's rugby.
Night. Yeah, it's rugby.
3, 2, 1.
This is for $200,000.
$200,000.
It's landed on White. What do you want to do? Run it. He's gonna run it.
These boys are big in Australia. Can you imagine? No pads, no helmet.
Dude, I'll be throwing fucking elbows and shit. I'm going right for the face.
Have you guys ever watched a rugby game like live and in person?
Yeah, dude, he stoned him.
Yeah.
He stoned him. I think Big Boy's going to truck the shit out of this dude in white right now.
Yeah, I've already seen this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. That was a good job by Whitey.
Oh, wow.
So now how many rounds do they get, Mike?
So somebody runs through them, right?
Yeah, I think it's 3 rounds. They get 3 chances apiece.
Yeah, I'd take this over slap fighting any day.
Yeah, all day long. All day long.
So, like, we have a pro rugby team here, and it is the funnest shit to watch ever. Like, I would watch that over the NFL
any day of the week, right?
Any day of the week.
You see where NFL football came from when you watch rugby. You're like, like it clearly came from this too. Yeah.
Dude, and so like my wife has relatives that played on the All Blacks.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And dude, so we go and watch this shit, and like a dude gets laid out on the pitch, right? And this fucker will just lay there, dude, until there's a pause in the game. Then they'll like run out with a fucking stretcher and get his ass. So it's like, if you get laid out, dude, you're a man down. First of all, you're like, fuck you, dude. You should have done better. And then it's like, I don't know if he's dead or not. It's really fucking fun to watch. Like, it's definitely a man's game.
So Yarl, you came in a little bit while we were in the middle of watching everybody. This is obviously we've had your brother on the boat, right? And this is your first time on the Caltrop right now. Everybody, this is the Yarl. You know him from Bearded Viking Mead. You know him from Vikings, Outlaws, and Cowboys. He is a fucking stud. He's the second part of the Mexican connection on Viking Outlaws, and Cowboys. Dude, they do a great job. But dude, so what you want to talk shit about? We have a couple minutes of overtime here.
Nothing. I just wanted to say fuck you. That's all. I've had a really good time because I was watching the Braves game on like mute, and it's still tied like 1-1. So I was really fucking pissed off and just talking shit the whole time. So I figured, if I was gonna talk shit in the chat, I might. Fuck, they got one on us, 2-1 now. I figured if I was gonna talk shit on the chat, I might as well talk shit in person.
Dude, talk shit in person. Do me a favor. Tell everybody where they can find you. And I love the new section you guys started doing with your guests, Smash or Pass. Tell them about your show, bro. Tell them about the new things you're doing.
Oh yeah, we're just doing Vikings, Outlaws, and Cowboys, VOC. We're actually dialing VOC back a little bit, and we're gonna start a new segment that's more geared towards sports. And we're starting a new channel called Fastballs and Fairways. Which is, we're all ex-baseball players and we turn to golf to get our frustrations out, and it just keeps our frustrations going. But talk a lot of shit, people want to see, like, you see a bunch of golf channels. It's like ex-pros and fucking people that played in college and shit. Not a bunch of people that are like just fat old guys drinking beer, just ripping up the fucking golf course. Like, you want to see somebody like that sucks too. So we go out there, we suck it up. It's fun. That's going to be the new thing. coming at everybody soon. We have a teaser out there on our last show from Tuesday. But yeah, Bearded Viking Mead Company. That's what we do the Vikings, Outlaws, and Cowboys, for. You can get this pretty purple bitch and you can get it sent right to your house. So
Tear is so good too, by the way. That's such a good drink.
Too
bad I can't have it sent to my house in New Jersey because we live in a communist state. And it would cost them like $7,000 to get that shit sent out to me. So.
If you guys weren't building Jewish community centers, maybe you could go for a little bit of democracy.
If you weren't busting private school kids with your tax dollars.
Just saying.
Our mitzvahs. You know what I mean?
They should give every woman some Bearded Viking mead
I'm telling you,
mitzvah bath, bro. I think that would be great.
Yeah,
go beg your husband all drugged up on mead.
And it's kosher. It's kosher. We have no, it's not kosher.
So it goes well with the side of bacon.
It really does. We have a Viking bless it. I don't know. Probably not kosher. I don't know how that whole thing works.
I love bacon, by the way. Anybody that doesn't like bacon, I think is a communist.
You're not American.
Yeah, you're way un-American. Like I think it's I'd rather burn the American flag than burn a piece of bacon.
I was just gonna say that you don't burn bacon.
You can't burn bacon. It's impossible. It just gets crispy as fuck.
I was gonna fucking say, but I didn't have enough fucking characters in the chat for the whole flag burning thing. The whole thing where it's like okay to like burn any other flag, but then there's like states that say you can't burn the Israeli flag now.
It's ridiculous.
How does that make any fucking sense? Burn all of them.
It's all or none. It's all or none.
Exactly.
And I'm with everybody on that one.
I mean, I fought for all of them. Like there's the other one over there.
Yeah.
Fought for you to do whatever the fuck you want.
So real quick, just for gratuity purposes, right there. There you go. That's for Fridays. Just titties for Friday. And sorry for any of the women that might be in the chat. I don't think there's a lot of them. But hey, listen, guys, really appreciate everybody being with us. Mike, tell them where they could find you. You had a big interview this last couple of weeks too, huh?
Yeah, man. Got to do Marcus Deegan, and then kind of assisting in some fun MMA beef. And then, right now, man, just really loving the Power Sports Time. Thank you for letting us do a little fun. If you like that, we do like a full show of that with my friend Michael Mann, comedian. Yeah, man. And stay tuned. PT Pod. On Rumble, Instagram, YouTube, and here on Fridays.
Yeah, definitely check them out, man. Power Sports Time. It's one of those things, man. You know what? When I did the show, it's like, hey, man, you told me the idea of it. And I got to tell you, it was amazing going through that show, how into some of these fucking wacky weirdo sports. Yankee 68 said that's some weird shit about 3 or 4 different times. 3 or 4 different times, but it's the truth, man. There's some weird shit out there. You know what league we should start is the kick in the nuts league.
Well, tonight they're starting. Oddly enough, the guy who does the tire wrestling and the coffin wars does slap fights and other stuff. He actually contacted us. Loved the show, the one with you on it, bro. So anytime you're willing, Tuesday nights live, 8 p.m. Central. But tonight they're starting Gut Punch League. Literally. So I can't wait. We will be covering that Tuesday. But tonight, for the first time ever, they're starting Gut Punch. I'm like, I would do run it because Gut Punch. Oh my God.
What's the over under on how long it's going to take for somebody to shit themselves?
What
do you think we're tuning in for, bro?
Someone shits themselves.
You know what I mean? Like, if you shit your pants, do you lose or do you get to stay in the fight?
Oh, you lose. You definitely lost. You shit yourself or puke, you lose. You have to.
I don't know, dude. It's kind of like a fake out, dude. It's like if you shit yourself first, then I don't know.
I mean,
it's like basketball. It's like basketball with gut punches. Yeah,
fake out and gut punch.
Yeah, dude.
I think I would rather watch gut punch than slap fighting. I'm gonna be honest, because the slap fighting is so dumb to me. I let somebody punch me in the stomach before I let somebody smack me in the face.
Oh, 100%.
Well, and that's why it's hard, right? That's why it's hard. That's why it takes you know what I mean? You got to have mental acuity with you to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, right? Yeah. No, you definitely. There's something definitely mental about standing there and just getting slapped in the face, bro.
By a grown man.
I know what I'm good at. I've taken smacks. And nobody's been able to knock me out. I'm going to go smack people for a living. I love it. So, hey, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. The Jarl dude for popping in anytime that you feel like coming on the show. We got to have you on for a longer. Plus, we still have to talk about the Trump tariff stuff as far as how the tariffs were affecting the businesses and the bottles and all that. I still want to have you on to talk about that. But everybody check out the Jarl, Vikings, Outlaws, and Cowboys. And if you don't live in the communist states of New Jersey, anywhere in the world, be sure to go beardedviking.com. Right? Beardedviking.com.
Yep.
Bearded Viking. Fucking A. I nailed that like a hog. And always check out PT Pod, all the awesome stuff. And the mega stream is going to be going on the weekend, Saturday. You do it Saturday and Sunday, right? Or just Saturday?
Yeah, no, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll run it 24 hours. It'll run into Sunday morning. So,
Perfect.
Starting tomorrow morning.
Perfect. 24 hours.
And we just added Jason Whitlock to the lineup. So I got permission, actually, because I work with some of those folks. So Jason Whitlock show is on our mega stream on Saturdays. So, yeah.
Awesome. So thanks, guys, very much, man. Make sure you, once again, finger all of our like buttons. I hope your finger smells afterwards because it's been a long, stinky, hard week of work, baby. I got to tell you. Thank you, guys. Hey, listen, remember, always, 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 do not fall for the bullshit. Do not fall for the clickbait, the headlines. Be your own caltrop. Be your own defense mechanism from everything. And we're always going to be here to entertain you and keep giving you the truth. This caltrop, along with my good friends, Alex Ciaro Martinez, Fresh Mike Hall, all of us are caltrops. Thank you very much. We are out. Later.